Should be yawning when and before you sign off, you should pick it up and just take a quick review of all the beauty of this place. Yes. Wish you were here.
Here we are.
Hello.
Day 2. Go ahead, James. You want to tell us what happened?
Well, so we took a different approach today. Less lecture, more conversation. So we ended up with 3 tables, and we prepared ahead of time some questions that tables had about 10 minutes to discuss. And then we shared back to the whole group what we had discussed. So maybe 15, 20 minutes for each of the questions. Are we being recorded?
Think so.
Okay. So let me just say that I thought it was very fruitful. I mean, there were just some great ideas that came out. So I have the list of questions, and I'll just pass my phone around, and each of us can say which question we asked to the group. And my first question was about definitions. What comes to mind when you think of the arts? How would you define it or them? If you had to make a list of artistic expressions, what would that include? And so we went in really different directions in answers to that, but that was the first question.
And my question was, when you think of arts in the Bible, what do you think of? And then create a list of the arts that you've experienced or seen or read through scripture.
The third question I asked was on the what do you think of arts when you're thinking in the church's context, and what are the artistic forms that are represented in the church context?
James, you're up.
Oh, on the fourth
That's right,
one.
that's right.
So the next one was, how does language affect our understanding of the arts? When we say fine arts, does that mean some are less fine? When we talk about high arts, low arts, folk arts, and then also the question of arts that are aesthetic, beautiful in themselves versus functional. Is there a value given to one of those or the other? So it was all about language and values.
All right. So my question was, if we're going to have a conversation with theologians, the group that's not in our room, theological educators, about the arts, what is the point of entry that would be of interest to them? What would be the felt need or something that would pique their interest?
And of course, there were a variety of answers to that, options. Right
Yes.
there,
Yeah, it was a good discussion.
including coffee and biscuits,
Yes.
and a good conversation on how to
Yeah.
do that.
Elsa's been providing us Nutella biscuits.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what they are, you missed a conference.
Right. So, and then I just did a quick overview of an ethnodoxology course that I teach. So the participants that are not part of our Gen group typically, and that are not familiar with ethnodoxology as such, you would have some semblance, some idea of what topics are discussed in a course like this also. And then James, you want to talk about some of the resources and what's coming up also?
So I didn't really go into it, but I asked people to bring tomorrow any resources that they think other people should know about. It just so happens that since I'm here, I got a copy of the Transformation Journal, the Oxford Center for Mission Studies, that was on arts and mission, given to me by a member of the Oxford Center. And then we also got from Heather hard copies of the EMQ journal. So we're starting to get more resources that we can share. Tomorrow we're going to try to work more at asking questions, how can arts and theology work together. I think we should probably do a little bit of an introduction to Jen and just that resource, the website, and resources that are available to people. But we have some interesting people in our group. You plant seeds, and it goes wherever it goes. And so that's kind of the plan for tomorrow. What we tend to do is gather in the morning of the day we present. Our afternoon session is 2:30 to 4:30. and kind of plan out what we're going to do based on how it went.
Mhm.
But so that's kind of a summary of what happened the second day.
Very good.
Well
All
done.
right. Thank you for being with us in spirit.
On evening came and then the morning.
Yeah.